Hey guys, ECRG here. Today we're going to be talking about, is your salary a bribe? Hey guys, ECRG here. Today we're going to be talking about, is your salary a bribe? And the reason for this video, the inspiration for this video came about from a LinkedIn post that I saw. And the post was titled, "The salary is the bribe they give you to forget your dreams." And I'm going to say that again. The salary is the bribe they give you to forget your dreams. So at first, when I read this, I'm thinking to myself that, that's pretty powerful. But as I listened to it and had it go over in my mind further, I realized that I disagree with that. I don't think that's true at all. I think that for most college educated people in the United States of America, if you're single, you have no kids, no wife, no husband, if you're just worrying about yourself in a vacuum, you will make a decent amount enough money where you can save some money away, save some cash away, save an emergency fund for a good amount of expenses, and where you, basically what I'm saying is you'll be able to save enough money to where you can go take a risk and go, whether it's like go move abroad or go explore some other career that pays a little bit less or something of that nature. There are ways now using Google, the internet, your tenacity, your hustle, a lot of the stuff we've talked about on this channel, to where you can get to where you want to go, get to your dream job, or maybe it's owning your own company or starting your own thing or whatever it may be, your dream. So I don't think that the salary is what's keeping people in that job. And that's where I think the quote kind of was a little misguiding there. I don't think it's the salary, because people aren't getting paid so high where it's like, oh, I'll never make this elsewhere. I think it's the opposite, where the wages are, not as great, where it is keeping people there, where the wages are so low that for a lot of people that it's hard for them to save enough money and go elsewhere. So I don't think it's a bribe to where it's keeping you there because it's so much money, but it's keeping you there because it's not enough money. So I think the wording of the quote is a little misguided and a little misdirection there. But delving into that a little bit more, so for the people where the salary is high enough, we're talking, if you're single just by yourself, in a low cost living place, we're talking $40,000, 45, 50. You're living pretty good in a low cost living place, 60,000, 70,000. You're living really good, right? You're going to have a good amount of money to hang out with your friends every weekend. And I know because I make in the 40s, right, as of the recording of this video. I know exactly how much, it would take at least, and I'm very frugal with my expenses. I know how much it would take for me to be living life. I know at 50,000, that would give me a lot of breathing room. I'd be able to make a lot more investments and really accelerate things. I know at 60, that's a great life. I'd be able to make even more investments and hang out with my friends every weekend. And I'm literally meaning every single weekend, whether it's food, drinks, etc. I mean, not go crazy, because I'm not the type to go crazy or anything like that, but you're living good. So just imagine 100,000, 200,000, what you're able to do with that type of cash flow if you're disciplined. Because a lot of people, as soon as they start making that money, so as soon as they start making six figures, they go buy the house, which is not the best investment, let's be honest. And then guess what comes with the house? You got to go fill it with a bunch of expensive furniture. I will never forget, one of my friends told me that she was going to go buy a chair. The chair was $400. I was like, you about to spend $400 on a chair? But furniture is expensive, man. So you buy the big house, then you got to go fill it, 5 bedrooms or whatever it is. 4 bedrooms, 5 bedrooms. Then you got to go put a nice bed in every single bedroom. You got to go make one an office. You got to have the movie room, etc. So then your expenses start piling up. And then guess what? You got a 5-bedroom house. Now either you already have a wife or you need a wife. So now you got to go get married. Now you got to go get, now people are going to expect you to have kids. There's going to be all those pressures for kids. And kids are most expensive things. Most expensive things in your life are going to be taxes. Second is kids. Third is probably divorce or marriage. Divorce, if you do get divorced. But so I think that's what really keeps people in there for their from pursuing their dreams is the expenses. As soon as their income rises, their expenses quick after follow, right? After you get that big house, it's got a 3-car garage. You got to go put three cars in there. You get those kids. You don't want to drive a minivan. You want to drive the Range Rover. So all those expenses pile up, right? You don't want to be driving the Toyota Sienna. You don't want to be driving the 2010 Toyota Sienna. You want that 2019 Range Rover Autobiography. That's what you want. So, hey, expenses pile up. And then next thing you know, where you're living paycheck to paycheck, you don't have much money in the bank. You hate your job. It's stressing you out. You feel like you're smart enough to go start your own thing, but you can't because you don't have the money to even make it 1 month. You've got to finance your whole life. You got to pay for that car. You got to pay for that house, that mortgage on that house, which you'll be paying off for 30 years. You got to finance, the education, private school education. You got to save for college. You got to buy your wife Christmas gifts. You got to buy her Valentine's Day gifts. You got to take her on nice vacations, et cetera, et cetera. And this is just from the man's perspective because I'm a man, obviously, but just flip everything I'm saying if you're a woman listening to this channel. You got aging parents. You got to take care of your parents, So expenses pile up. And that's what really prevents people from being able to pursue their dreams. Not a salary keeping them in place. Because as long as you live well beneath your means and you have cash, and we've talked about the importance of cash on this channel. Go watch some of the videos on how cash can be your best ally in getting a promotion, or how cash can really help you to advance your career. We've talked about the importance of making sure you have cash in the bank at any level in a company. It doesn't matter. You need to have cash because that's your shield. That can save you from a terrible work situation. That can help you take a big risk, move across the country, move across the world for that opportunity that you don't know is going to pay off, etc. Cash is your shield and can be your saving grace. So you need to make sure you have cash. So salary is definitely not a bribe to keep you there. Now, a low salary can keep you there, but it's definitely not a bribe. And I thought it was interesting that they phrased that quote that way. And I think it's a little, misworded, but just wanted to share that with you guys today. What do you guys think? Do you think salary is a bribe? Or, what kind of things do companies bribe people with to keep them there? What do you think about that? I think something that is a bribe that they keep people there with is, so as you get more and more experience in a company, the paid time off gets bigger and bigger. But it's kind of a false sense of, it's kind of a falsity, because typically as you go up in a company, the more and more work you have to do, the more and more time you have to put in, and the harder it is for you to leave. So what? You have 10 weeks vacation. You ain't taking 10 weeks unless your company has very good culture around it. Some companies do, especially some CROs. I know some CROs have some CROs and some companies in general will have a unlimited PTO policy, which is BS. I've talked about that plenty of times. You guys know my position on that. But some companies have a you use it or you lose it policy, which I think is the best policy, because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And that's going to force everyone to actually use it. And it shows that the company's actually interested in your health and well-being and want you to use it. So I know there's a couple CROs out there that do that. and other companies out there that do that. And I think that's the best way to go. And curious what you guys think about that also. But, and some of the other perks get better too, like, stocks and options and things of that nature as you grow up the food chain. So those could be bribes to keeping you from following your dreams, but not a salary. And definitely expenses could be something that keep you in your job too, preventing you from taking the risks that you want, or moving to a different city, or, taking a job that doesn't pay as much, but it makes you much happier. Because don't forget, different cities around the world have different cost of livings too. So if they're not going to pay for you to move there, but you really want to move there, then you better make sure that you have the cash to do that. Or if the cost of living in that city is going to be a little bit higher and it's going to be taking a little bit more out of your paycheck, you may want to make sure that you have a little bit extra in the bank just in case. So just wanted to share that with you guys today. Wonder if you guys saw that quote and any of the discussion around that. So it's been floating around LinkedIn for a while now. So comment down below what you guys think about that. We'd love to hear you guys' feedback. As always, email us at eliteclinicalgroup@gmail.com for the inquiries you may have. It's ECRG, guys. Take care.